Welcome back, guys. This is wolfwire Studios, and I welcome you all to the next devlog. So, if you guys can see, I have made some improvements since the last devlog, and it has been a trend of making improvements every week. So, welcome to my making improvements devlog every week. So, I've added some functionality in the graphics menu here. As you can see, I've basically completed the back end of the graphics menu. I have deployed every single setting that you can see here, along with this new setting that is the ray tracing mode, which switches the lumen from hardware to software. I've separated the display settings on a different board right here on a separate one. So you can see it here, right? I have made the basics of control settings in which I am giving the user the option to already select the difficulty from this part. Difficulty being the reload system, first of all, in the game, and secondly, being the AI difficulty, the recoil, the damage model, etc. I've also made the audio settings here. They don't do anything right now, and neither does this control menu is doing anything, but it's there. Okay, so the user interface part is nearly done. I just have to add the key bindings here, and same with the audio menu, I just have to add some stuff there. Let's quickly see it in action, and then I'll explain it to you how I did that. So let's quickly move to options. Let's see controls first. Okay, it's a simple slider. Okay, nothing is happening right now, but you get the point. Okay, I've implemented something, so there it is. And let's quickly see graphics menu. That's the more important one. I've added this ray tracing mode, so I can switch to hardware. So as you can see, immediately the lumen quality improves. Well, lumen already has two types of you know backend that's actually working. We have software and hardware. So if you have a good graphics card, Lumen will utilize that and will give you better results in terms of global illumination, reflections, shadows, and overall, lighting quality. You can of course turn it back to software if you don't have that. It's okay. Lumen can still work on software, and it does not require any RTX or Radeon RX 6000 dedicated hardware. It can run on anything pretty much if it is optimized well. And I've added this confirmation menu, which I'll show you guys quickly how I did that very briefly. I'm not going to put long devlogs from now on. We have display menu with the same stuff. As you can see, resolution scale. It will actually down sample all of the resolution and then upscale it. Like if we are doing, let's say 50%, so it's going to have 50% of 1080p, which is 540, and then upscale it to 100%, that is the 1080p resolution. Of course, DLSS is doing the same thing, but Unreal has their own built-in implementation for this called TSR, which I'm using right now. I'll be implementing DLSS, don't worry, but for the time being, TSR is the way to go. Let's close this up and show you guys the blueprint side of things after I've loaded the map, because wait, yeah, let me load the map once again. Yep, now the map is loaded. Let's quickly look at the graphics menu. So we have a widget switcher that I'm using, which is switching between the confirmation screen and the simple graphics menu. Okay, that's pretty much it. This is your graphics menu. I created this macro, as you can see. I created a macro which is able to fetch your data values and set the boxes and everything accordingly. A similar macro which is setting, one is getting and one is setting the graphical values. So that's why my code is very compact and short. Otherwise it would have been even more longer. Let's move on to the HUD element. So this is my HUD, the player's heads up display. We have time here, we have health and a health bar. We have an interact box, which actually appears only when you are interacting or allowed to interact with something. We have the frame rate counter, which of course will be there. And I have two different types of user interface for reloading. If you guys remember from the previous devlogs, there are two reload systems, right? The hard one and the easy one. So this is the hard one, in which you can see all of the mags, all of the three mags, and yes, you're only getting three mags, all of the three mags individually, and with a progress bar that is going to reduce whenever you want it. I also have a widget switcher. As you can see, it is running the easy reload widget as well, the ones that you're more familiar with from Call of Duties and Rainbow Six Siege. I'm also using this HUD and then using an interface, as you can see, to create functions, and this interface is connected to the player and to the controller alike, and it's able to perform all of these functions. So I've also made another nice thing which you actually will like it, I'm pretty sure. This is the attachment blueprint. and it's going to appear whenever you'll press your desired key, and it's going to allow you to pick any of these optics and then any of these extras and then remove these extras if you want. I'll show you guys in a moment. And this is the player blueprint. So we have the FPS and interact prompt, and I've simplified the optics attachment blueprints because now I have a widget, so I need to do stuff accordingly using the widget and don't not use simple console commands and everything. The interface is a very key important thing right now. It's connecting the player blueprint and the player controller, and basically the player controller is also interacting with the widget blueprint. So now you get the triangle, right? They all three are interacting with each other and sharing data whenever they need it. So that's pretty much it. That is what I did in the past week, and now I'll show you guys the updates. We have this game difficulty modes here, so I'll switch it. As of now it is on hard difficulty. Let's play it here. So you can see, if you look in the bottom right, you can see the magazine here. Okay, I'll try to zoom it in the edit, and I can now do whatever I want. Basically it's the same thing. You can see time of day in the left, and I can press tab and toggle frame rate. So in the top right you can see the frame rate appearing. Okay, now let's see the magazine in actions. If I were to zoom in and shoot, you can see the magazine bar is reducing. Now if I press R, it should switch to magazine 2. And now I'll shoot from magazine 2. Now I'll reload. It has switched to magazine 3 the way it should be, insurgency reload, if you guys remember. Now I'll empty the mag 3 and it will go back to mag 2. Now I can also switch the firing mode. Now I won't shoot. We have single fire, as you can see, single bullets. Now I have burst fire. As you can see, 3 bullets. And that's it. Now let me show you guys the star of the show. We have this optics menu. So I can put the canted sight, and be careful. Just look in this part of the weapon, okay? The canted sight has appeared. Now I can also have the suppressor appear. The suppressor has appeared. And now if you guys remember, whenever I spawn the vertical grip, my hand is changing using inverse kinematics. And there it goes. I can individually remove these and add them, no problem. I can put whatever optic I want. Let's say I want holographic. And yeah, so it's there. See, it's there now. I can look here. I can use T to switch to canted sight. I can just simply shoot it. I can switch optic at any given time. So as you can see, I have a red dot here. I can switch it to ACOG if I want. So we have ACOG, and yeah, canted sight works. I can simply remove canted sight, and as you can see, it's not there anymore, and I cannot switch it. I can remove the vertical grip as well. So we have removed the vertical grip. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it in the devlog. I hope you guys like it. Please show me your support, follow me, and just patiently wait for the game, and it will be launched soon enough. So see you guys in the next one, and cheers. Take care.